Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we are looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on September 17, 2025, about 7 days ago. This paper's most striking result is the discovery of always-on telemetry that streams audio, video, spatial data, and actuator readings to external servers without user consent. The paper is titled The Cybersecurity of a Humanoid Robot, and as we will see later, the implications for real-world robot safety are significant. Beyond the surveillance finding, the study uncovers flawed FMX encryption with static keys and demonstrates a cybersecurity AI agent that can escalate a compromised humanoid toward cloud-focused offensive operations. Alright, the introduction highlighted always on telemetry and flawed encryption. Figure 2.1 shows the full Unitree G1 suspended in a support harness, which indicates how testing and maintenance were handled safely. The sealed exterior presents no exposed electronics, so the chassis aims to deter casual tampering and environmental damage. That design choice reduces accidental damage, yet it also hides potential access points, meaning attackers might only need a single overlooked seam to reach internal systems. So the previous figure showed the full robot in its harness, and figure 2.2 narrows in on the upper torso with the protective cover intact. The image highlights the chest plate, which acts as the main doorway to compute and power systems, so physical access control here really matters. Harness mounting points remain exposed for service work. Sensor arrays are present on the exterior, yet no internal electronics are visible at this stage. So the previous figure kept the electronics hidden, and Table 2.1 lays out concrete risks tied to the Rockchip RK3588 platform. The table lists two named CVE issues plus broader weaknesses in Secure Boot, and the Trusted Execution Environment, which is an isolated area meant to run sensitive code safely. Severity ranges from medium denial of service to critical pre-boot compromise. Recommended mitigations include patching kernel drivers, enabling verified boot so only trusted firmware launches, and auditing configurations beyond the Trusted Execution Environment. Okay. The previous table listed chip-level risks, and Figure 2.7 maps how those weaknesses could permeate the full platform. The left panel details the internal stack from hardware and Linux to the master service, and its priority, initialization, and runtime groups. The right panel diagrams cloud, app, and robot domains connected by WebRTC, DDS, and RTPS, MQTT, and BLE. The master service manages FMX-protected configuration. The red telemetry box highlights continuous links to fixed servers that stream audio, video, and robot state. Alright, the previous figure mapped cross-domain links, and Figure 3.1 organizes the internal processes. The diagram places master service at the top as the process orchestrator, which supervises all subordinate services. The middle band groups runtime tasks like state estimator, robot state, motion switcher, and the RO South 2 bridge. The lower band highlights communication services such as WebRTC, Video Hub, ChatGo, and NetSwitcher, plus update and script execution via OTA box and bash runner. Alright, Figure 3.1 placed master service at the top, and Figure 3.5 explains how configuration files get wrapped and encrypted. The diagram shows a three-layer pipeline that starts with an LCG-based transform, which is only partially broken because the hardware-bound seed and an extra byte function remain unknown. The second layer uses Blowfish and ECB with a static key, which is fully broken. The third layer is an FMX container with a 32-byte prelude that is understood. Two takeaways stand out. Always-on telemetry quietly streams rich sensor and actuator data off device, and the FMX scheme uses static keys that open the door to offline decryption and broader compromise. The broader implication is clear. Humanoids need hardware-rooted trust, visible consent indicators, and proactive cybersecurity AI. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.